Good evening, good morning, good afternoon. Welcome to the next episode of BookSight, daily episode when I read a little bit of the book Power and Prediction and share my comments about that. If you're here for the first time, let me quickly introduce you to this podcast episode. Is every day I take a book, Power and Prediction, I read a little bit and share my comments. And I would love to encourage you to share your comments too. And please subscribe if you like it and consider subscribing and supporting me in this journey. So let's jump into the next section of the book, Power and Prediction, that is titled Complementing Prediction. Predictions are not the only input into decision making. To understand how prediction matters, it's necessary to understand two other key inputs into decision, judgment and data. Judgment is best explained with an example. In the movie I, Robot, homicide detective Dale Spooner lives in a future where robots serve humans. The detective hates robots, and that hatred drives much of the plot. The movie provides the backstory behind Spooner's animosity toward robots. Spooner's car is in an accident with another car carrying a 12-year-old girl. The cars veer off a bridge and both the detective and the girl are clearly about to drown. A robot saves the detective, not the girl. He thinks the robot should have saved the girl, so he carries a grudge against robots. Because it was a robot, Spooner could audit its decision. He learns that the robot predicted that he had a 45% chance of survival and the girl only had 11% chance. Therefore, given the robot had time to save only one person, the robot saved him. Spooner thinks that 11% was more than enough chance to try to save the girl. Instead, a human being would have known that. Maybe. That is a statement about judgment, the process of determining the reward to a particular action in a particular environment. If saving the girl is the right decision, then we can infer he believes the girl's life is worth more than 4 times his. If she had an 11% chance of survival and he had a 45% chance, a human with that information who was forced to make the choice would have to specify the relative value of their lives. The robot was apparently programmed to judge all human lives to be of equal value. When using a prediction machine, we need to be explicit about judgment. I found this part of this power and prediction book very, very difficult to actually think through. Imagine how hard it is to decide who you want to save. On one side, we have a detective, experienced person with the reputation, carrying out a lot of knowledge and experience in his head that can save so many lives in the future. On the other side, we have a girl that is young and she can grow, get more experience, be well educated. But we are not here to judge if the life of the detective is more important than the life of the girl. Without robots and AI, we had not that issue because kind of like circumstances and God or other outside power decides who is going to be alive or not. Currently now, we have algorithm taking care of it. I don't have any deep insight regarding this part of the book, but I can only imagine that it's going to be very tricky in the future to decide who we want to save. One more thing that came to my mind when I was reading this part of the book is here we are dealing with kind of like life and death situation. But what about we have a patients coming into emergency units, or we have a firefighters bringing wounded people to the hospital, and let's say there is less space in the hospital than people coming, how we will going to decide who will be in the hospital and who will be outside of the hospital, or what kind of factors will be responsible or will dictate how we want to treat it, that people, that's actually a very important question. It's more important question that if chat GPT is going to answer this question or that question, or write this game or write this kind of code. Eventually, this is going to be very, very responsible job to look after algorithms and how we want to put more emphasis or factors on one thing than another. Well, I hope people will find a good choice there. And I'm convinced that we have smart people on this planet that can actually solve that puzzle. Thank you for being here with us, with me today. I wonder what you think about this. Please share your comments, give your thoughts about it. I would love to jump into discussion and learn what is your uh, angle, how you look at that. Thank you so much for being here with me. See you in the next BookSight episode tomorrow. Take care. Bye bye.